Like it's live. They'll be able to hear us shortly, so we'll just shoot the crap for a little bit and set up. Where's the Pegasus going to go?
Put him right there.
Put him right
I'll
here.
move these Savannah Masters back. There. There's two of them. We're fighting two of them.
It's okay. We'll kick it. We'll kick its ass. Don't worry. We'll target them first. And okay, so I'm just gonna do a little test now on my own phone to see.
We're gonna play with the hexes or tape measures.
I'll leave it up to you guys to see what you guys feel like doing.
Play with the hexes. It's easier.
The hexes?
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Okay. Hold on.
It's kind of like letting someone score the golf game. Yeah, it's at a par 3.
I haven't played golf in 4 years.
Once wanted to play. I used to play.
Okay. Well, hold on.
That's the best part of golf. That's the best part of fishing, too, to me, is the drinking part.
I just love getting up and sitting away from people. It's very cathartic.
Okay, 1 second here. For some reason, you're not coming through the stream. That's odd. I can't hear you, Tex, but I can hear everybody else. Oh, I know why.
He's got you on mute.
I know why. No, it's not on mute. It's because we set up the. You are okay. Now I think we can hear you. I figured it out. We didn't put the Discord on the battle will commence shortly graphic. Never mind. I had a heart attack there for a second.
Don't worry about it. It's not worth having a heart attack over.
All right.
All these
we can hear him now. Perfect. Thanks, Devin. Okay. Well, here we are.
Hello.
Are we live?
It appears we are. We are consolidated and live. We
looks
have
like we're
all
live,
of our
yeah.
pans. Yeah, see.
Gonna go through all
saw
the
a hand
cameras, make
wave.
sure they all work. Yeah, they are. There they are. Everything looks good. Welcome, Tex. Welcome to Six Sides.
And thank you for having me. Hi, I'm Tex of the Black Pants Legion, a.k.a. textalks Battletech.
Tex, how's it going tonight, buddy?
Oh, the usual. Just another 12-hour shift in the hole, which is a light day for me. As well, cleaned house, worked on a machine gun, and managed to iron some pants.
A little more productive than my day. Well, welcome to Six Sides, and welcome to Friday Night Aces, everybody. We're getting ready to play some Alpha Strike with the Aces deck tonight.
Yeah, we just finished Gen Con. So that was a convention. That was something we did.
I saw pictures of it, and I found out that I have anxiety just looking at pictures of other people at Gen Con. It's way too many people.
Yeah, it was record attendance this year, which was
so
insane.
I heard. Yeah. So, now, I was invited to go do a few panels for Battletech over the years, and I said I would show up on the condition that I be issued a spacesuit or I could be a disembodied voice. And typically, no, they like people to attend those things in person.
Man, that's a good idea, though. I think we could totally.
We'd have to give him a voice modulator.
Yeah. We could totally do something like this.
Make him sound like Jar Jar Binks.
Just have one of those avatars on screen. Like just have the mech move around when he talks, like as if he's. And we could put like a radio filter on, so it's like he's coming through comms and he's in the middle of the battlefield. And every once in a while, like whenever, if Tex is like, I gotta go now, we'll just like get him shot or something, or just like, he has to eject off the mech, or who knows?
You should hire those TMC guys. Those guys are just amazing. Their shit is goddamn amazing. By the way, I have been working with them a bit, and they're working very hard on the next episode, which is gonna be awesome.
The next episode, eh? So when you planning on releasing that, Tex?
Oh, my next episode is August the 26th, which is my birthday.
Oh, wow.
And
put it in your calendar.
It is soon. It is going to be a pretty fucking amazing episode. The whole team has poured in, I think, on my production schedule in terms of tracking all this. It is 299.5 days at this point of total elapsed time on this one.
Wow.
Wow.
What's the runtime on it going to be roughly?
If you include all the extras and gags, because in film typically you don't include the it wasn't until Marvel that people started including the credits as runtime. Because of the post-credit stuff, and we are very guilty of that as well, where we put a lot of post-credits in things. So we are thinking probably somewhere in the neighborhood of an hour 30 to an hour and 45. I have to cover about 500 years of history to talk about the Hunchback, and it's very dense. But it's glorious, and we have a custom soundtrack for a lot of it. I'm not sure if you've ever wanted to hear synthwave bolero, but you will.
I mean, I love bolero, and synthwave bolero is awesome. Can't see what that is. Oh, it says got it. Energy saver mode. Who the hell-
Slide over a little bit there.
you go.
Over. It's on. You're on settings. There. Down a bit. There, you got it.
I feel certainly like I'm in energy saver mode. At the end of the day, just slide that little button over on me, and I'm there.
This is a. Can you turn that TV slightly to me?
Towards you.
I just want to see it for. Nah, just leave it. Okay, whatever. I just can't see the chat because it's not scrolling down.
I can read it, but
No,
you
it's not
can't
scrolling down for
auto-scrolling.
some reason.
Yeah.
Well. We'll have to-
All
we'll
right,
have to
so
use our phones then.
tonight
Yeah,
we're going to
speaking
be
of
doing
Hunchback.
an ACES scenario. We're going to do a follow-up from the previous episode a couple of weeks ago where Tommy's Highlander
come on.
was taken down by a two-point shot from a
helicopter.
warrior helicopter and a vedette tank. So the scenario tonight's going to be pretty simple. We are trying to regain possession of his precious Highlander, which is currently being guarded on the opposite side of the field by a company of motorized infantry. If you can see my hand right here pointing to it, there's this Highlander infantry and an urban mech. Outside the city walls there is a pair of Savannah Masters, a Patton tank, a pair of vedettes, and a Valkyrie, along with a commando and Wolverine guarding the facility. That's the commando there,
Yep.
yeah. Of course, in honor of the release of the Hunchback video, Tex, myself, and Tommy will be piloting 3 Hunchbacks. Tex is going to be operating in an HBK 4P, myself in an HBK 4SP, and Tommy in an HBK 5M.
There they are right there. Hopefully you can see them okay.
So Tex will be piloting the Graham Blue Hanson's Rough Riders Arctic Scheme Hunchback, leading the charge. Tommy will be piloting the Merrick Militia Purple Hunchback, and I will be piloting the Camouflage 10th Darien Regular Curitan Hunchback. Joining
Now-
us in this... Joining us in
sorry,
this...
go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go for it, Tex. What's up, buddy?
Well, I was going to say, just for anyone out there who played Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries, Hanson's Rough Riders is in there, and it's a wonderful small-scale merc unit that gives you a taste of what it's like on the ground floor, and it's one of the reasons why I chose Mercenaries as my faction in Battletech, so thank you for the honor.
No problem, brother.
it's amazing.
And joining us tonight, of course, will be Tommy's all-time favorite and my bane
Dun,
existence,
dun,
the
dun,
Pegasus.
dun.
One of the, and these are the actual new sculpts coming out in the Kickstarter, and we also have the Skulker and an Ontos heavy tank joining us in this assault.
I hate the Pegasus. It has...
That's
I
why we're
ev-
That's why we are friends, Tex. That's why we are friends.
When I see the Pegasus out there, it's like every time I see a fast-moving hover unit in Battletech, it's like a record skip in my brain. It's like, uh-oh.
So let me explain. Not just because the Linvander logo has a Pegasus in it. That was just serendipity. But let me explain why the Pegasus is so
Playing
important to
Alpha
me.
Strike tonight.
Yeah, we're playing Alpha
Chris.
Strike tonight there, Chris. And thank you, Big Red, for the $5 jumping in. That's very much appreciated. And we'll let Tex know that real men expose their hunchbacks, rear armor, no fear. Tex.
That's why you put armor all over the damn thing. It's one of those things where When you play tabletop and you want to show why tabletop is different from any of the mech games, you're like, shoot me in the ass and see what happens. And they're like, why is the armor the same? And you're like, indeed, why is the armor the same?
So just quick, and we'll get into the scenario here. The reason why the Pegasus is so near and dear to me and a bane to Paul is that the very first time I played Battletech, we played here in the studio. Paul came in. It's like a first time meeting Paul. He brought all his bells and whistles. We put the mechs on the field, and I took this little Pegasus, and I drove it behind his Banshee. And my very first roll was boxcars
Yep.
and then snake eyes, and he had no case.
Which in Alpha Strike, because we were playing Alpha Strike, so boxcars and Alpha Strike on it to hit roll is a critical chance, and then boxcars is an ammo explosion. And that Banshee, because it was a Waco Rangers Banshee, had no case. And turn one, Tommy's first 2 die rolls, the Pegasus takes out a 95-ton assault mech.
And Paul's never let it down, so I feel like I have to put the Banshee in every game I play.
Every time I see somebody who's like, my mech has case, I'm like, you will die first. Challenge accepted.
So, your first time playing Aces. So what I'll do is I'm just going to briefly go over that so that you have an idea what's going on. And of course, because you're not actually here with us, you're virtually calling in. Paul is going to listen to everything you say, and we will move your mech accordingly. You'll just tell us where you want to go roughly. We'll make it happen. But how Aces works is Limiter Studios, we have designed a little system, and I'll lay that out here on the wide, a little system where we have different card decks based on the types, the archetypes of the mechs. So in this case, we're fighting against our skirmishers. Well, they've actually got the ambusher role, but we're going to give them the skirmisher deck because we don't have an ambusher deck yet. We also have some missile boats and some brawlers, which we're just going to lump into a brawler deck. And then we've got strikers and scouts, which we are just going to lump into the striker deck. Each of these decks have different commands and or logic charts that make the mech behave closer to what their role would be. And what's cool about this game is that halfway through, if we decide we want to switch a lance from a brawler lance to a sniper lance, we can just swap the decks out, and then they will immediately start behaving like a sniper role. We will be delving out these cards to each of the mechs that are in play, and then they have numbers, which will give their initiative count and tell us when their mechs will move. And then after they've moved, we flip over the card. There is it's a little bit hot on the screen, sorry guys, because of the glare on the plastic. There is a red back that will, I'll just move the camera over here to show you guys. There's a red back that will show...
Camera didn't switch over.
It will. It's delayed. There's a red back that will show their initiative order and then their logic chart on how they will fire, who they choose to fire, when they overheat, how much damage they do, yada, yada, yada. And just for reference, here's the other side that shows their movement. And I'll read it out as we go, so because there's going to be some subjectivity in the discussion, because sometimes it'll say into cover from X enemies, target X, and then we're going to have to decide together logically who they would likely target, And like I say, if you've got to sort of cheat this one through, then we're having
the other thing with the Aces deck is when it comes to the firing phase, players always shoot before the Aces deck.
That's right. Players will always shoot before the Aces deck, and then the Aces deck will cheat a little bit, and they will shoot in order of initiative, which actually it's not the whole all or nothing thing. They kind of cheat a wee bit, but it has to do it that way in order for there to be that realistic choice as to where a player would allocate their mechs to shoot. Otherwise, they'll all just shoot the same dead zone, and that's possible. And that actually happens quite a bit when you really want to kill a mech. You throw everything at one mech, but in this case, we want to make sure that there's it just works out. I don't really know how to describe the math because that's Josh's domain.
Speaking of Josh kind of saved
math.
us tonight because I was being in a rush.
Oh no! 1 second. Keep talking.
Being in a rush coming in from work, I forgot to print off a card for Tommy's Highlander. But fortunately, our buddy Josh was able to come up with these nice custom Alpha Strike cards that he's done up in full color that Tommy will throw on the screen here in a moment or two.
I'm going to agree with Big Red. Ever since I played Kerbal Space Program, I've taken a very large anti-math stance. I'm not really down with it. I just, what all those numbers mean anyhow? It's not for me. Man, this setup looks nicer than anything I've ever played on.
So all this terrain here is from my good friend and sponsor, Thunderhead Studios. It is the Hextech line. Everybody that watches on a regular basis, and to our new people, this stuff you can either 3D print yourself, or you can buy it now through Gale Force 9 at your friendly local game store, which would be these two buildings here. They're the resin cast ones you can buy coming in pre-painted. The city walls, the HPG station, the hills, these are all printed, but again, these are all things that will be released in different waves and cycles throughout the year. And the Hextech stuff is great. Its modularity is great. It acts like Lego. You can pretty much do what you want with it. All these hills are designed to actually work on the Catalyst Game Labs hex maps, the paper maps, and the neoprene mats. So they work well with pretty much anything you want to play with them on.
Well, that was fun. So my
Emergency aborted.
so what you guys couldn't see behind the scenes was me running around with my head cut off because when we set up the tech, we didn't plug the laptop in, and it just said 5%, and I was like, "Holy!" If you guys could have saw the look on my face, I was like, "Why didn't they plug the laptop in?"
You know,
So we're here.
I was going to say this. I think your average Mechwarrior doesn't know much math. That's why there's an ammo counter. It does it for you. It's like 59. Oh, 58. Got it. I understand that. You don't have time to remember things when you're pulling triggers.
Right. So
Before we jump into the game real quick, we were talking about those beautifully done color Alpha Strike cards that Josh
Oh
had
yeah,
done
let's show these
that
off.
we have to cover for the fact that I didn't bring one for your Highlander tonight.
All right. So Josh made me a little present after Gen Con. Check these out. So these are our custom cards based on our mech scheme, the Lance Vander mech scheme. And you can see there's my Highlander. I'm obsessed with Highlanders. That's actually my preference. Even more so after I watched your video, Tex, where you were basically explaining the coup, the Amaris coup, and all
Believe
those
it or
Highlanders
not,
kicking some serious ass.
In the next 3 videos, after the Hunchback is going to be the Black Knight, and after the Black Knight is the Highlander. And I've already
whoa.
started writing the Highlander. And yes, there will be bagpipes.
Dude, I'll send you.
Oh, I'm gonna give you so much content behind
Yeah.
the scenes for it about Tommy's mech that you got to slide it in there.
It'd be great.
Let's roll
But no, I
initiative.
really appreciate your stuff. Yes, we'll initiative. So first things first, I want to shout out, thank you Delia Games for subscription, and Geek Chemist. Much love. Good luck Hunchbacks from Geek Chemist who subscribed. And of course, thank you to everyone on YouTube who is highlighting messages and stuff. It's great to see. Yes, bagpipes are a must. Thank you, everyone. And let's just get in. Let's dig into the battle.
do it. So-
Foam Brain Games gave us a bit of a sponsorship. They gave us some dice trays and some dice, so we're going to use their dice tonight, as opposed to our Good Luck dice and or the awesome, as you can see, Norse Foundry created metal dice that I usually use. We'll give those a little break for tonight, and we're going to use some Foam Brain.
Nice.
So, do you want to roll for...
Us?
Yeah, and I'll roll for the bad guys.
Oh, I told you these dice were gonna roll hot tonight. It's a 9.
9, and then they rolled 7. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not good for them. Okay, so they're going to move first. We've got, on their side, you've already announced what they have. There is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, but these guys aren't activating inside.
So the defending units will not activate until we breach the city walls. They're there
Until we breach these walls.
Yeah, until we
within
get
6 inches, or when we actually breach the
Once
walls?
we get within 1 hex of the walls, we can activate them. They'll become defenders.
So this is currently our fight.
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, there are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mechs. We currently have 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're going to operate 1 right now.
Yeah, we're gonna go 1 for 1 until we get 4, I believe.
Okay, initiative. What do we got back there? An Irby?
Yeah, so
And
they're,
then-
they're all in units as they are on the board.
So I'm going to keep these guys off completely. And the first on the initiative chart of 20 is the Valkyrie. And the Valkyrie wants, if there are no enemies that have moved within 30 inches, which, or in this case, the hexes, which is true. There are no enemies that have moved. It wants to get within 18 of all enemies, and it wants to get woods or cover from as many enemies as it can.
We're going to come here, I'm guessing.
But it wants to get within its medium range at this point.
Yeah, so if coming over here, what does it move? 8?
It moves 10, and it can jump, but it does
1,
not
2, 3,
specify
4,
to jump.
5, 6, 7, 8 behind that tree, and that'll get it within medium range because it is an LRM carrier.
Yep, it has, since it wants to fight medium range, and its role is consistent with the brawler deck, this is the AI is already putting him off to a really perfect spot.
In the bag,
Yep.
in the top, I believe, you open it up, the
I'm just gonna
token,
give it a whole
the
bag.
tokens
Here you
are in
go,
there.
big bag. Oh, it's so heavy. What is in there?
Most of my life.
I see, a true Battletech person. And then that's one for them. Now we get to move.
We're gonna move the Pegasus. Tommy.
No, I'm not moving the Pegasus. Tex, we got the Ontos. If Tex wants me to move the Pegasus, I'll move the Pegasus. The Ontos,
I don't want to
the
have
Wheeler's
anything to do with the Pegasus. Move the Ontos forward to glory.
Okay, Ontos it is. The Ontos, which
What's the TMM on that? He's a 2, I believe. right?
on the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
The TMM on the Valkyrie is 2. Yes.
Okay.
So the Ontos is moving 6 treads. We want to move it. It wants to be shooting in medium and short range and not long. So we're going to close this thing up here. I think this Ontos can joust the Valkyrie. So why don't we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into this tree here?
Yep.
There he goes.
Beautiful.
Ontos is there. We'll give him some ground movement. Done. Back to the enemies. The next on the initiative list at 135 is the Platoon tank, or the Patton tank. Sorry about that. That's the Canadian version of saying Patton. The Patton tank. And it wants to, if there are no enemies within 30, I think that's it that's
Yeah, he's
Outs-
at about
inside 30?
22 there.
Okay.
20.
it would like to target the lowest hit point, highest point value target on our side.
It wants to go after the Pegasus.
Does it really?
Nice.
Lowest hit point, highest point value?
Oh,
Pegasus. No. I think that's probably one of the hunchbacks, no?
my stock answer for the rest of the night is going to be the Pegasus.
Well, we can overwrite the AI and make it go after the Pegasus. if you
No,
want.
that's okay. Pegasus
Okay,
got itself.
so it wants to move within line of sight of the target that it wants to shoot and get cover from as many enemies as possible. What is the highest point value, lowest hit
Shellback,
point?
yes, the Ontos is a tank.
Yes, the Ontos is a tank. Which of these is the highest, lowest hit point, highest point value?
Well, all the hunchbacks are the same. So,
We'll just call this clump then.
43 points is what Texas hunchback is worth. Mine's worth 42.
Okay, so then he's going after Tex. So the Patton
Oh,
tank
so
is
I have
going
a
after you.
premium. Excellent.
And it's going 8 tread toward you. Which one is it?
The patent's in the back.
Here? Okay, so 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, it's cover.
And he's a 2.
Yep, that's where it's going. It's a 2, correct. It's a 1, sorry, I lied.
1.
It goes back to us now. We have 5 to move. They have 2, 4, 6 to move. So we're going to move another one. Who wants to move next?
Move the Skulker, probably. Actually, no. We'll leave the Skulker to move after the Savannah Masters because they're going to come whipping around behind us.
Right.
I'll move.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're going right up there, huh?
Get up there and let's get at it.
All right. Done.
And I am a TMN1.
That was a good move. Good move. Okay, and now the next thing on the list on their side at 195 is another brawler. It's the Vedette. We have 2 Vedettes. We got one shooting left and one shooting right. So we'll make this the Vedette that shoots right. And it wants to target the highest hit point, lowest movement value unit, which would probably be the Ontos.
Yeah.
So it is going to move toward the Ontos. It does not, it cares about cover. That's it.
This is which one?
The Vedette with the right leaning, yep. And it moves 10 tread.
It wants cover.
Yep, so it's going to go right there.
4, 5, 6.
It wants to joust the Ontos.
7,
Right there.
there.
I think it can claim cover here.
Yeah. It's fine if he goes like so. And he's a 1 or a 2.
Can he shoot the Ontos from here?
I believe so.
I've got a laser pointer if you want it.
We call it a small laser, not a laser pointer. Thank you very much. It's the same effect, but you know, I used to, I used to call the light laser the Care Bear stare.
Well, so what do we call it? A small laser?
It's an ER small laser.
Okay, we'll call it a small laser. There are 5 of them left and 4 of us. Would you like to move, Tex, or would you like me to move?
You know what? Move for me. If we're going, I'm going all in. The 4P is the king of disco, and brother, I will show them the light.
Let's do it. So you want to just go right down the center, get as much cover as you can, and try and take on any of the tanks?
Hey, diddle diddle, right up the middle.
Done.
There we go.
Okay.
Moves 8.
Okay. So
You got him.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Hey,
you go.
diddle, right up the middle. There he goes. All right. Well, I can't let him go alone. Well, I gotta go there too. So okay, there he goes. So Tex is there. Now we'll go back over to them, and they are going to now move their other vedette tank, which would like to target. It would like to get cover from all enemies that have activated, and would like to target an enemy, if it can, an enemy that has activated that is the highest threat and the nearest. And we know who the highest threat is right now.
It's the Ontos.
It's Hey Diddle Diddle right up the middle.
No, the Ontos would be.
Closest. Nearest range band.
Oh,
so they're
yeah,
both in
yeah.
the same range band.
So he wants cover?
It's going to go here.
Yeah.
After a while, you kind of just, the AI just tells you where it is. Like, you can almost figure it out.
Like so.
And hello, everyone on YouTube. Thanks for coming and watching. This is great. You're watching Tex play with us against the AI Aces, and so
And
far,
if you weren't here to see the start of the show, Tex has announced that the hunchback video will be airing on his birthday, August 26th.
Yes, I was born in the last century, so birthdays increasingly become this, yes, another wonderful marker. But it's nice to do something that's memorable on them, so they are memorable. And I'm very, very happy to be able to make this with my team.
Nice.
very cool. Well, we will be there to support you. I'm going to move my hunchback next, I think, because if
Yeah,
Tex-
because the two small guys are going to deal with these 2 Savannah Masters when they activate.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go right up here. If we're all getting in, we're all going in.
Face that way though, so when the Savannah Master goes behind Tex, you're just going to pop him
That sounds
with your
good.
AC-20.
Yeah. AC-20.
Yeah, that's a
Hot.
hunchback.
Okay. Then we go back. to,
Ironically, Tex and I don't have AC-20s. I have medium lasers, and he's got, he's got all the medium lasers, and I've got the SRM-6s, I think.
so they have 4 units left. We have 2. So they're going to move 2. We're going to move 1. They're going to move 2. We're going to move 1.
Yeah,
Correct?
correct.
Okay. So the 2 that they're going to move is the commando. And the commando would like to go toward the unit with the lowest hit points, period, and try to get within medium range and while still getting cover.
So you do that. I'll read the questioner. Rules question. My understanding was that until a player unit activated, they basically do not exist at all for the AI logic.
Yes.
So does this mean that at any time logic calls for fastest unit or lowest health unit, if that unit would normally fit hasn't moved yet, it's ignored?
So yes, you are correct. That I think is a previous iteration of the decks that you received on the download from the Kickstarter. We have since done modifications to that, so that we have new decks that haven't been released yet. We can't release them until Catalyst leads the charge, so we have to pester them to get that going. But I think they're just waiting a little bit. But you're correct about that. There are overwrites to certain rules on that now based on activate, non-activate, because in the early edition of this version of the game, we could very much game the system. And as any AI, we must learn how to become better. And so as we have been playtesting this, and every Friday that we've been doing this, there have been modifications that I've been making to these cards, and then full resets that Josh and Dylan put through with their
If you saw the game we played at the end of the Kickstarter launch, we forced the AI to keep moving mechs back and forth from one side of the board to the other based on our movement, and that's why some of these changes were made. It would give them priority targets, and they would stick on them.
In this case, it wants to go after the enemy that hasn't activated yet. This command specifically wants to hit a ground unit with the lowest hit points that hasn't activated and get within 24 of it while getting cover from the rest.
Skulker.
It wants to go for the Skulker. So this is the commando here, correct?
Yep.
He's moving 12. So I think what he's probably going to do is just go right here.
Yep.
Because then he's got a shot on the Skulker, assuming the Skulker's going to move, but then it still has good firepower and everything.
And then Hex is going to torso twist and blow him off the map.
Hopefully. The Savannah Masters, we have them marked as to which one's which?
Savannah Masters? No, but I'll give you a little.
Because the next one of the Savannah Masters, one of the Savannah Masters is moving.
Black.
So we'll let the red one move now.
Or red and white.
And the red one in the striker column wants to do the exact same thing as the commando, but it wants to get the greatest cover or get cover from the greatest amount of enemies. So we'll take the red one and move it toward the Ontos with the greatest cover, and it is moving 20. What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
26.
Yeah, they're quick. He's going towards the Ontos?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be behind the Ontos.
If he can get behind the Ontos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He'll skid in front of Hex because Hex hates Savannah Masters. Do.
No, sorry, he wants the Skulker. Can you get to the Skulker?
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, sorry, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Holy cow, how?
It's a Savannah Master, baby.
That's crazy.
And he's probably a plus 4 TMM, if I remember correctly, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He's hidden behind this cool little mountain there, so you can't even see him, folks. So we'll go over to here. Now we get to move one. So do we want to move the Pegasus?
You're going to move the Pegasus behind the Savannah Master?
Actually, you know what we could do with the Pegasus?
What do you think here, Tex?
He doesn't want to do anything with the Pegasus.
I do not want to be anywhere near that thing because Pegasi and I have an unfortunate, like, okay, I am terrible in relationships. Ask any of my exes, but the Pegasus brings out more bad in me than anything else. It, like hovercraft, anything else, I'll be like, you know what? I bet I could kick it. My brain, the little lizard part of my brain, goes, you could take him. You're seasoned. You could kick the shit out. You know what? I bet you could boot that across the room. And then the brain makes my mouth say those things out loud. And then 4 piloting checks later, mech dead, pilot dead, Pegasus cruising around, minding its own business.
So you have a similar hatred for it as I do. It's rooted in the same angst.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and redeem the Pegasus, okay? The Pegasus is behind you currently, Tex, but this commando that's trying to shoot you up from the side or might get a shot on you from the side, my Pegasus can actually get behind it. So the Pegasus is going to come right
So what
behind
you're
it.
saying is the only solution to the nuisance of a Pegasus is additional Pegasus. So this is just like being on a construction site and someone saying I cut it 3 times and it's still too short. I'm not having a lot of faith here, gentlemen.
So now that the tank that shall not be named has moved, it goes back to the enemy, and the enemy has the last 2 to move, and then the Wheeler Scout tank will move.
That is correct.
So the next thing moving is the other Savannah Master, and its movement categories, it would like to go after the highest movement value enemy that has not yet moved, or has moved. So it might go after the Pegasus, because the Pegasus movement compared to the Wheeler Scout tank, the Pegasus is higher. So that Savannah Master is literally going to go behind my Pegasus.
Well, easily too. Yeah, you can just grab it.
Oh, crap.
You know those kids when you all right. Remember when you were a kid and you went to play the bumper cars and there was always that one kid that just did head on the whole time, just running into you as hard as they could because they just didn't care.
Yep.
That kid grew up to be a Pegasus pilot.
Well, the good news is, my question for you is, what do you hate more, the Pegasus or the Savannah Master?
Look, hovercraft cause me conniption fits.
Well, one hovercraft is trying to shoot the other craft up the rear, and we'll see what happens there. The Wolverine goes last, and the Wolverine would like to go
It's going to come up my
toward the highest movement value enemy. It would like to target highest movement, lowest hit point, get behind it if it can, which it cannot because it only moves 10 jump.
I'm a 1. He's a 1. He's a 1.
So
You're
it's
a
right
1.
there. But otherwise, we'll get woods and try to get the fewest enemies in line of sight to him. So the Wolverine is over here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He will likely move here for cover and try to tank or take on Tex.
He's a 1 or a 2.
He is a 2. Saladin will conquer the battlefield, says Big Red.
Hets are gonna hets.
So the last thing to move is the Wheeler Scout tank. Any ideas as to where to put that? Because that thing can go 12, so it can't get behind the Savannah Master over here.
He's a skill 4.
He is a skill 4.
He'd be hitting that Savannah Master on an 8 if you put it behind him.
He can't get behind this one, but he can
No,
go
you can get
behind this
that
one.
easily, right?
Do you want to just ride around behind the Savannah Master and take it out?
If he's going to be hitting on an 8, right? So
Let's do it.
let's do it.
So he just does the groovy chicken, backs up, and away we go. Okay.
The part we didn't tell Tommy was that Tommy's pilot's actually in the Skulker driving to go get his Highlander.
Is it really?
No.
Because I will, if that's the case, I will Red Rover, Red K, the
You'd be putting him right beside the
Big
hunchback.
Red 40 Tech, drive my way over. Okay. We are done.
We're down to the shooting phase. So in Aces, as we noted earlier, and if you've seen and watched us play before, the players always shoot first.
That's correct.
So since Tex is here, Tex, who do you want to shoot at? You got
All right.
to your left. You've got at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So short range. You have a commando with no. It only has partial cover. At medium range, directly ahead with partial cover, you have a Wolverine. And you
Same
have a
range.
Valkyrie at medium range in light cover for woods cover at medium range. And you all same with a Vedette tank.
Additionally, behind the commando,
Yeah.
behind the commando, you have my Pegasus. You could shoot that if you want.
Listen, maybe later as a treat. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh,
When
I'll
in
also
doubt-
tell you this. I'll also tell you this before you do it. At short range, you're attacking with 5 dice. At medium range, you're attacking with 4 dice.
Okay, sorry. Now go ahead.
I understand, but see, my gut reaction says bully the scout mech. Let's peel his head back to the fat meat. Let's go in and beat the brakes off the commando.
Done. Okay, let's do the match. Do you want to roll or do you want us to roll?
Please roll on your own. My dice are in
Those
my
pinkies.
gun
Give me those
drawer.
pinkies there. I need those pink dice because I only have 4 sets here.
Okay.
So I got 1, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. So you're at base 2 gunnery.
Nice.
We're all elites. All right. So 2 is a short range, no modifier, partial cover, puts it at 3s, and then what's the TMM on the commando?
2, I believe. Give me a sec. Where
So
did he
5s?
go? He is 2. That's correct.
All right, we're gonna probably blow this guy off the board. Here you go. For Tex on 5s, we got 1 hit,
2 hits.
2 hits, 3 hits,
4 hits out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Okay. I'll grab my little marker here. Commando's got 4 to 5. Commando only has. Where's the commando? Where did he go? He was just here a second ago. There he is.
Yeah.
He only has 4 health in total.
So you just blew him off the board.
I believe the head fat has been
Well,
well cooked.
you know, it's one of those moments where they were and now they are not. And we may, by seeing the outline they once occupied, have a solemn nod for what they attempted to do.
Oh, okay.
right. Well done.
Nice. Tex withdraws first blood and first kill.
But we're not going to remove the model yet because he may
will
have
shoot,
he
yes.
may have a shot back. I think we should use the Ontos next, and maybe the Ontos. What do you think? The Ontos, we could just continue with removing light mech from the field, or the Ontos could try and take this Vedette out.
I would
Let's.
take with the-
I say go for the Vedette. Let's just
Yeah,
start
the
neutralizing
Vedette's-
problems one at a time.
I agree, and I agree. Okay, so let's do the math on this one here. The Ontos is a skill 4.
So medium range 6.
6.
It went for 2 is 8.
Still
and
covers.
the 3 is 9.
No, because it's the Vedette is only a 1, right?
Is it a 1?
Oh, it's a 2. You're right.
Yeah,
so
so
9.
9.
And the Ontos is firing at 5. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of dice here. And here we go. Oh!
Oh,
Is that a crit? It's not a crit. Damn,
No.
it's the wrong combo.
wrong color.
So I got 1. I got... What am I hitting on? 9s?
9s.
2. I got 2.
2 hits.
2 hits on him with the Ontos.
2 points on the
The Vedette that leans left. Okay, it's over half of its armor gone.
Excellent.
Okay, and the Ontos is fired. Now we've got
The Pegasus?
my hunchback, your hunchback.
Let's
Pegasus.
do the Pegasus.
Pegasus doesn't have any shots.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he doesn't anymore because you blew the...
He could crossfire over on this Savannah Master.
Yeah.
Because if you see,
Yep,
he
you
could
got
do-
him. Yep,
All right,
fire
let's
at
do
him.
it then. What's my mods here? The
Medium
Pegasus is a 0 skill, right?
He's a 3.
perfect.
He's a 3.
No, okay.
He's a 3. I made him a 3.
I noticed this. So 3. Range is for 5. What's the TMM on this?
4
Masters?
9s.
Nines.
Nines, yeah.
Straight up 9s. And he is only shooting at range 2, so 2 dice. So 2 at 9s. Nothing.
Nothing.
So it missed.
Cool. You want to fire away?
Yeah, I'll take a
Skulker.
shot.
Skulker's got a 2 shot.
Yes. Oh yeah, Skulker. Let's do Skulker. It gets 1, but it's
Yep.
in the rear, so it
In the
gets a
rear
plus
gets
1.
2. Yep.
So it is shooting.
So,
on-
Tex, whenever you're behind somebody in Alpha Strike, you get an additional attack.
Oh, that's right. Which I rolled.
So,
and
so what you're saying is this game is now very cruel for very interesting reasons.
okay, so the Skulker missed. We have just our 2 hunchbacks left to shoot, and then they get to shoot.
Yeah, I'm going to fire at the Wolverine straight ahead.
I think I might take a shot at that Vedette and just get it off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right. Of course, if anyone has any objections, I'm good to hear it out. But my mech is shooting at 2, right? Like
Yeah,
my
we're all
hunchback?
2s.
Okay, it's 2. Is that medium still? Yeah.
Yeah, you're medium.
So 4, 5 for cover, 6, 7. So I'm shooting on 7s, and because it's medium range for me, I'm throwing 3 dice at it, or 3 shots. And for 7s, I get 1, 2, 3 hits on it. Thank you, Foam Brain, for those badass dice. So 3 hits on the same Vedette that Tex or that the Ontos shot at, which would
probably
give us
gone.
1 armor, 2, 3 into the hull, and it has
Critical?
1 left. So we're
Critical?
gonna roll for crit.
Do you have the chart over there?
I don't.
I'll dig it out of here if I got
I rolled a 6 on the chart, which I don't
6.
believe is
There
there.
we are. Critical hit 6 is nothing.
Is it a forced withdrawal at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's essentially getting the hell out of Dodge because he doesn't like the fact that he just got peppermilled.
All right. I'm going to lay into this Wolverine before it causes us problems next turn.
Do it.
Medium range, so base 2, 2 for range is 4. He went for 2 is 6. Partial cover is 7. And at medium range, I am firing 4 sets of dice, so on 7s. I got a miss. Actually, I rolled 1 too many sets of dice there. Whatever. Keep the miss. I'll take out a hit. That's a miss. Take that one out. So 1 hit. He takes 1 point damage.
1 hit on the
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh, you barely chipped his paint.
That's okay.
Okay. Now it is their turn to return fire. In the opposite order of their movement, we are going to go to the Wolverine first to take its shot. The Wolverine's AI wants to do the following. If you have at least one enemy in line of sight, target the following. The rear of an enemy. Nothing to shoot there. The highest movement value enemy, or something that it can force withdrawal or destroy. Or the highest threat, or the shortest distance. So starting at the beginning, can't get behind rear. Highest movement value at this point, which also is a high threat and shortest distance, would be either you or Tex.
Want to roll d6?
Sure. We'll go odds.
You high or low? High or low, Tex?
You know what? Let's go high.
3. So
it's
low.
me.
It's shooting at you, Paul. So, okay. It is shooting with 2 dice. What are my mods?
You're going to be at, he's a 4. So 4, range is 6, and a 1 is 7s. Miss and miss.
Ooh, snake eyes and a miss. So, yeah. So you luckily dodge it.
Thank you for those dice, Foam Brain Games.
Yeah, right. Coming in handy now. The Savannah Master that is all the way over here. You lied. This one here is going to shoot behind the Pegasus because going through its AI, it basically wants the shortest distance, and it's
Yeah.
going to go after that. So because it's shooting from the rear, it gets an extra set of dice. We are looking at skill 4, My TMM for the Pegasus is 3, so 7. That's it.
Sevens.
Just 7s. And it is shooting only 1. So, and whiff. I got a 6 and a 3, so
Good.
it missed. The other one's going to shoot. Let's see what it does. It's targeting, wants to shoot what it can shoot in the rear. In this case, it has its choice. You, Tex, or the Ontos. What can it destroy? Neither of you. Who has the lowest amount of hit points between you all?
Me, because
So
oh
it's-
no, he missed me. I didn't take any damage.
So, but you still have lower hit points than that one, right?
We're both the same.
Okay, in which case, no cover. All 3 at the same time. Shortest distance in inches, I think, is the Ontos. No, it's you, because you're
me,
1 hex
yeah.
back. All right, shooting at you then.
And he gets an extra set of dice because he's behind
Yep.
me.
And so because 4, what's your skill? 2? 1?
So he's a 4, and I went for a 1. He's on 5. He's on 5s, yeah.
5s?
And he gets an extra set of
I already
dice.
got it.
Okay, so 2 hits.
He only shoots 1 in... There's only 1 damage. Yeah, so you got 2 hits on you. Yep, sadly.
One's
Wow, little Savannah Master puts 2 hits into the back of your hunchback.
It's not nice.
The commando, as his helm is being blown clean off, wants to shoot what it can destroy or no cover and shortest distance, which looks like it wants to take a pot shot back at Tex. So the commando is going to roll two sets.
I'll roll for him.
You roll for you want to roll for
I want
damage,
revenge.
Tex? You want revenge?
How many dice? did you-
I always want revenge, but yeah, let's sandpaper this guy.
All right,
How many dice has he got?
2 sets.
2 sets?
Yeah,
We'll go with
and
this.
you're basically shooting at
Pink and
4. Is it medium still?
He's at short range.
so
He's
4.
at 6, less than 6.
And
Yeah.
TMM for the hunchback is 1,
Yep.
so 5s.
5s. I hit 1.
You hit once. So Texas mech takes 1 chip off the old armor. Clink.
Ow.
Down to 4.
So-
4
My
external armor.
feelings.
Yeah.
So to describe that to you, my man, you turned and saw the commando as he pops out and starts shoutouts, reports. He takes his little SRM and he pops one and takes a little bit of paint off your shoulder, and then you literally clean his head right off by killing him in 1 shot. So we'll just
You
take
know,
the commando off the battlefield.
Commando has to show some audacity, I guess, before he goes. Do not go gentle into that good night and all that such.
Well, he basically stunk because all you did was take the armor off him. We still got more shooting to do.
Yep. I'm
We've
just taking
got
off the chips.
the next on the list is the Vedette tank that has been that will be going into force withdrawal. It would like to shoot the lowest TMM, lowest range band target.
Tex.
Is it Tex?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. But the Vedettes, did you build this specifically for us to just maul these guys? 1 set of dice.
Yeah.
Roll away.
Well, we got to get your tank. I made an easy thing last time, and we lost your Highlander. So
Hey, no one knows about that. Roll set. 1 set.
yeah, so Vedette's gonna be at medium range on Tex.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7s.
Sevens.
He's got 3 dice or 2.
Yeah. Roll 1.
1.
1. The Vedette.
We'll use the
medium
red
tanks.
dice. That's a miss.
Miss. Okay. The next one, the other Vedette, it is going to try and shoot the same category, but it can't see
No,
Tex.
but
It
I
can
am.
see you.
You can see me.
All right, roll
Go
1.
on,
Roll 1 set.
He's gonna be on the same thing. 7s.
Yep. Snake Eyes.
Nice.
The Baton tank, which has really got no shot on anything right now. Are you elevated enough for it to see you?
Yeah, he can see me.
Okay. He's taking a shot at you. 2 dice.
2 dice.
Skill 4, 5, 6, 7s.
7s. It's 2 hits.
2 hits. Take 2. Click, click.
Ouch. Only got 1 armor left here. It's not going so well.
This isn't good for you. And lastly, the Valkyrie. Here's our Valkyrie.
Valkyrie is.
And the trees there?
Yep.
It wants to shoot at the highest hit points, lowest, or it wants to shoot at what it could potentially force withdrawal or destroy, which I think is you.
Well, it can't force withdrawal us.
Well, it will treat you as
It
a
will
critical.
treat me as such, but yeah, he's definitely going to shoot me.
So he's going to shoot you. Okay, so then the Valkyrie is going to roll 2 sets, and it's 7s again. Here we
On
go.
2 sets,
Yeah.
I will kill myself here.
Ooh,
No,
miss.
Nice.
Well done. Okay, I'm going to reset the AIs if you reset the tokens.
Yep.
And while I'm doing all that, if Tex has anything he wants to plug or talk about, go right ahead.
Well, I always love an opportunity to remind people that nothing is done alone. Just like you two gentlemen are working fine together and supported by others that you shouted out. The Black Pants Legion film group is much the same way. Nothing is done alone. And thus, we have passed 299 and a half days in tireless production of this film, eating up much of our time we like to use for things like sleep and, other stuff. But I think it's worth it. When you guys see this come out, you're going to realize this is stupid over the top. And the answer is yes, Battletech deserves it.
That's amazing.
We are looking very much forward to seeing this.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Well, the intro is going to really be nostalgic for some people. Fun fact, Mr. Tex is completely colorblind. I'm a monochromat. I see things in black and white. A better comparison would be like a dollar bill. And so Mike has always given a nod. My chief editor has always given a nod to my monochromat vision by when I start talking, things fade out. Everything goes black and white. That's why there's that transition in color. That's just kind of a weird behind the scenes thing. But the intro is going to be very colorful, and we got a color palette that is straight out of the 70s. So it's all GM car color codes.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be very funky and like somewhat kind of like a Bond movie, somewhat like Soul Train for the intro. We're doing very 70s film stuff on that, and it's going to be really leaping out. And we're always trying to do fun stuff. Where the Charger was very 80s and upbeat, this is going to be very funky because, well, the Hunchback always reminds me of like my years in Detroit. It reminds me of Motown. It's tough and it's got soul.
That's amazing.
My vote after you do the Highlander video is you do a Land Air Mech video.
No.
Just straight up eat it. Okay, so
if I did a Land Air Mech video, there would be the whole intro that gets everyone excited, and then there would just be an empty stage, and then I would say, as Karinsky said, no, and then credits.
So it
Shall we
won't
go
take
for
you long,
initiative?
then. It won't be 299 days. Initiative. 9 for the good guys.
4 for the bad guys. Looks like we're going first again. They're 1 mech down, so their first mech that they're going to move right now is the Vedette medium tank leaning to the right. So this one here. And he's going to go. If there are no active enemies within 30, it would like to get within medium range of all enemies into woods and cover. And if it means that it already satisfies those conditions, it will stay. Otherwise, it wants to target the highest hit point, lowest TMM enemy that it can.
It actually can get into this hex here behind the trees.
But it wants to stay within medium range.
That'll put it into short. So
it could also it could also just go here.
or it can climb up here and get back. So it'd be 1, 4, 5, 6,
At
7,
the hover,
8,
or
9.
tread. Can it climb up with
Yeah,
tread?
it can go up. So then 9. It moves 10, right?
It moves 10, yes.
Yeah, you can get to there.
There we go. That
And
gets
he's
cover.
and he's a 1, right?
It's got its back covered, yep. All right, we get to move now. All right, so the current situation is we've got a bit of a kill pocket here. None of the Savannah Masters were killed. And the tanks are moving up the middle. The Wolverine, Commando was gone. Yeah, what should we do?
Remember, I got rocked. I only got 1 armor point.
Yeah, so the big problem right now, Tex, is that Paul's Hunchback is down to 1 armor and not looking too good. So you should probably get hidden there, Paul.
Yeah, I'll pull a.
I thought you were going to say, I thought you were going to tell me, like, hey, prepare some remarks for his next of kin. And I'll just be like, well, he lived as he died.
What's funny is that you ran right up the middle in the broad daylight going, come at me, bro. And then he jumped up on a hill and was like, no, come at me. And He got-
Everybody shot at me. That's okay.
guess they were all too afraid to shoot Tex. All right.
Look, I've learned that if you go out there strutting like you own the place, they'll just presume you work there and leave you alone.
Our friend the Pegasus, we should move him now and move him back towards this side of the board. That'll force them to start moving back and give us some space to move forward. That's my thoughts.
So you want to use my Pegasus to goad
Yes.
and become the bait
Yes.
to get ruined.
Yes. Yes. Tex, do you concur?
I agree. Anything that results in Pegasus' death, I am doing a big thumbs up at.
Okay. Okay, I'll move the damn Pegasus. 16 hover.
So
I'm
you
going to
can
bring
get him back here somewhere behind cover.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Make him do a
12,
loop.
13,
It'll be cool.
13. I can bring him back here and put his back against the wall. And then he'll be somewhat out of frame with those ontos.
You want to get him a little closer so they react to him. Can you get around to here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can get all the way back here. Right there. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
If I lose my Pegasus,
We won't
I will
be
not.
sad.
I will not be happy. All right. Done. I'll make sure his back is facing the wall so he doesn't get.
No. He's not going to get shot.
That Savannah Master might crawl behind him.
We hope.
Okay, that's done. On their side now, we've got the Patan tank. So the Patan, it is going to. It would like to get no enemies in line of sight of it if it can. It would like to get cover from the greatest amount of enemies. Where is this one? Okay, so
Patton's right
because
there.
because we put the Pegasus there, it's going to switch to the next AI. Good move. It would like to target the highest hit point, highest threat enemy on the board,
The Ontos.
and try to get line of sight to that target only while maintaining cover.
The Ontos.
Okay, so we'll move that Patan. He's probably going to go right
Patan.
there. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Patton.
Patton. Yeah,
Patton.
It's named after Patton.
Patton tank. Patan.
General George Smith Patton.
There we go. That's the Canadian in me. The Patan. The
Well,
Francais.
if you want to do a one-up with World War II history, and you want to make Americans cringe, especially American gun owners, of which I am, the guy who invented the Garand, as we call it, it's not Garand, it's Garand, because the guy is a Canadian. It was invented by a Canadian. So you can go, oh, you mean the Garand? And they will go, "Ugh," and die inside. It's really good.
Well, I don't want to kill you, Tex. So we'll keep that one off the mark for now.
Don't worry, I keep my Garand locked away. It won't ping on stream, I promise.
So we've just moved the Patton, right? The Patton tank.
So Tex, you're getting asked there. I don't know if you can see it. As a preview, what's Tex's favorite hunchback variant?
All right. Okay, just as a preview, I finally explain for everyone who is from the outside in who doesn't get it. I explain the difference between the orthodox and the swayback cult of the hunchback. And I explain where the terms come from, where orthodoxy comes from and where swayback comes from. And I put that all to bed so everyone can know. I'm an orthodox guy. I like the boom box.
All right. Someone said M1 Grand.
Garand. John Garand.
Oh, sorry. They rewrote Garand. M1 Garand. There we go. As opposed to the.
Oh, there. I mean, Garen.
I saw M1 Grand and I was like, the
I
Garand.
just imagine a very, very like chipper Canadian guy, going in there like, all right, this is the Garand there, bud. Yeah,
This is
she
the Garand,
shoots
eh,
eight.
buddy.
Yeah, just
Hey,
tie
I
one on with
survived.
this. Shoots eight, makes a ping, so you know it's empty like a typewriter.
He's bouncing around there like a seal up in the north,
Says what it is, it comes where you at. Bye.
I'm trying to move my mech here. I don't know where to move. 'cause-
Hey,
Just
I know
move,
how
you
to
hoser.
I know how to speak a little new.
Okay, where do you want me to go here?
Let's move that Ontos.
Okay, where do you want to move the Ontos?
What's he move? 8?
Antos moves slow. He's 6 tread. Yeah.
6? Just move him right up the middle.
Well, you want to go Chicken Little right
He's
down
an
the
armored
middle?
pig, and he's a tank. He's expendable.
All right. Yeah, he's pretty armored. Well, we got to watch out for this Wolverine, right?
That's okay. The Wolverine's going to react to him,
Actually,
and
let
then
him
we're going
go.
to punish the
He'll go
Wolverine.
right there. Then he can go pop, pop, pop. That's where he's a good spot. Okay, he's moved.
He's the one. I got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay, the next one on the list on their side for movement is they are going to move their Valkyrie. The Valkyrie would like to get cover from the greatest amount of active enemies and would like to target the lowest TMM highest point value, which we determined was TEX.
Yes.
So it wants to go after TEX. So wherever that Valkyrie is,
He's right there behind the
move
bush.
him to as close as much. He's right here.
Yeah, he jumps right though too.
Yeah, but he has no jump command right now. He is going to go 10. I think he's going to go right here. Try and take TEX on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right
This
there.
hill's moved a little bit.
Yeah. He's gonna go right there to take on TEX. Done.
And he's a 2 modifier.
He's a 2 modifier. There are 4 of them left, and we have 1, 2, 3.
Myself, Tech,
4 left.
you, and 4. Yeah, we're 1 for 1 now.
So, who would like to move next on our team? You should probably go near last, right?
Yeah, let's move our Skulker. Let's make the Skulker force those 2 Savannah Masters to do something, because the Savannah Masters are likely going to want to attack something that's low hit points.
Right.
Right?
Well, it's going to get behind whatever.
Yeah. So if we move that Skulker somewhere over here, in theory, you're making a feint, right? And then Tex comes up this way, doesn't have to worry about his back. Then you and I can deal with whatever this does after Tex moves.
So we'll move the Skulker now?
Yeah, move Skulker.
Okay, 14 for the Skulker. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe we'll go right here.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it right there and have my back face to it like this. All right, Skulker's moved. I got this thing here. On their side, now the next thing that's going to move is the Vedette tank that is going in force withdrawal. He would like to leave. So get him GTFO. He's moving 10 tread away.
And so he enters the tunnel. So he's effectively gone. He's going to be in
Yeah.
there. So he's effectively
So we got another one off the board. Here, I'll put him
Actually,
over.
if he's in forced withdrawal, oh no, he's in the tunnel. He won't have a line of sight on anybody. That's right.
Yeah, so he's out. All right, good job. The Vedette that Tex and I shot up has withdrawn. Sorry, no, that the Ontos and I shot. The commando that Tex shot is is still steaming in a pile of nothing. There's not even any C-bills left for that guy. Okay, now it's up to us to move again.
Let's.
There's just, I think at this point, all that's left to move are our 3 hunchbacks.
That's correct. So I'm thinking.
Trailer Park Boys was a great
moved,
show.
Moved. Probably you first.
Yeah. I'm going to go like this. With my,
Like that.
like that. Okay, perfect.
And you're a 1? I
Yep.
got you.
And then they're going to go. The next thing on their list to go is the Savannah Master hovercraft. That is the red one. So the red one is going to try and get behind a target that it can, that has activated. And that would be me or the Ontos. Trailer Park Boys was a great show. The new one that's like the new show that everyone likes that's Canadian is Letterkenny. That's the other funny one. right,
I enjoyed Trailer Park Boys just for Jim goddamn Leahy. That just absolute amazing character. Rip Mr. Dunsworth. He was an amazing person. He actually did a lot of great charity as well.
There we go. Savannah Masters moved in.
Tex, you're up, buddy.
All right.
So
well,
as you can see on the board here, we've got. I'll clarify everything. Savannah Master is tucked behind our Ontos currently. Dead in front of you, you have a Wolverine that has not moved, and he's at about 8 hexes. You have a Valkyrie at about 8 or 9 hexes that has moved behind partial cover. You have a Patton tank at about 12 hexes that has moved with no cover. You have to your left flank, directly in front of you in short range, but behind 2 sets of woods, you have a Vedette tank on a level 1 hill. And then over to your left, which hasn't activated yet, at about 8 to 9 hexes to maybe 10, is a second Savannah Master.
I want to shoot that Savannah Master, and I want to shoot it so much with everything.
Well, I think you've probably got enough movement. How much does the 8? You can get behind the Savannah Master.
You can get behind that one right there.
Right.
I
just
want
get
to
behind-
I want to get right up on him to let him know this is indeed personal.
So,
So we're gonna assume you're not base to base because you want to shoot instead of kick
Yeah.
or punch because
Yeah.
it doesn't work. That
I've learned my lesson from trying to kick those things. It's like trying to kick or punch or fight a damn like light vehicle in Battletech is pretty much the equivalent of going, yeah, I know how to rollerblade. Yeah, no problem. No, I got this. No, you don't.
the Wolverine goes next. The Wolverine would like to. Can it get behind any target right now?
it jumps, right?
It's not activating its jump.
So then, what is it?
Sorry,
10?
it will activate its jump if it can to
Yeah,
get
it
behind.
can. What's it jump? It moves 10,
it
right?
jumps
1,
10.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can jump behind Tex.
And then you can get it.
Then I can get it.
Oh, we got a.
It's gonna be a Congo line.
We got the Congo line.
So it's gonna jump into this X here.
Okay, so you can just jump then, and then
what's his modifier? He's
his
a 2
modifier
normally?
is 2,
So he's
it'll
a
be
3 now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then you
Me?
move. Well, we
1,
lost
2,
initiative.
3.
We won initiative. So
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on,
just gonna-
wait.
I'm
That
just
last
gonna-
Savannah Master has to go first.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That Savannah Master is going to go right now, and it would like to get behind a target that it can get behind with the fewest enemies in line of sight and cover from the greatest amount of enemies.
Me.
Otherwise, it just wants to get full cover.
It's gonna be me or you.
It can't get behind that.
Oh, can't. Yeah. Damn.
It can't get
I
behind.
tried Tex. I tried to point out that the Pegasus is over there, but he can't get behind him.
The it would like to get behind.
It's me or you.
Can it go up here?
Yeah.
Then it will go there to get behind me, because it can get behind me.
It can get behind me too.
But you haven't moved yet, and this one here is whoever's
Activate.
moved.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you,
Okay, so it's going after me. It's going right behind me. Yep. I got a Savannah Master in my backside. It's those stupid Savannah Masters. Okay, and then you get to move Paul because you're last because we won initiative, and then we go into the firing phase.
I can move. Can I move through a space where an enemy is? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Because that little prick just got in my way. That's messing with my game plan. 3, 4, 7. I only move 8. I can't. He messed with me. I can't get behind him.
So just to add,
No,
to
I
your,
can't get behind him because I can get back. Oh, wait a second.
just to add to the
1, 2, 3,
frustration there,
4.
Tex, the Savannah Master just cut off Paul's path to get behind the Wolverine. That's flanking you.
Teleports behind you.
Little bastard. Just shoot the shit out of the Savannah Master at this point. We have to save Tex. We don't want that Wolverine to pop him.
Look, if I die, just
I'm
remember, bury me with my
I
money.
take a step back. I am going to pop him for doing that. So I get my
Instead
modifier.
of stepping back, why don't you just go here and then shoot him from behind? Get the extra dice.
Because then I put myself up on the hill and I'm a target and I'm almost already dead. Right?
I was trying to get you to do that. We needed some death and carnage, all right?
Oh, there's going to be.
All right. Here we go. Time for us to shoot.
Tex,
so,
you lead off, brother.
Tex,
All right.
you're...
I said what I meant. Death to hovercrafts. Death to
Okay, so-
hovercrafts.
So, what's he shooting?
Hey, look,
You-
Battlebound is
you roll
here.
for Tex's turn.
I'll roll for you, Tex.
Okay, so Tex, at short range, you have 5 dice, but because you're behind this thing, you're getting an extra set of dice.
Tell me
You
what
get
my-
6 sets of dice.
Tell me what my mods are.
You're going to be at 2. He went for a 4, is 6s.
I'm going to bring these guys in for the
Yep.
roll. So 6s. Okay, here we go.
6 sets of dice on 6.
Whoop. Grab that one. Reroll those ones. All right, so.
Is that a
Fail.
crit? There's a crit there.
There's a crit. You got a crit on the hovercraft, Tex.
Good. I'm going to send him to hover jail, a.k.a. the ground.
So you blew him off the map. He doesn't have enough hit points to survive, but let's roll the critical anyways.
What is his hit points?
Well, 2.
2. Oh yeah, he did 2 just
Yeah.
enough.
What's his critical?
Okay, the critical is. Imagine I get a snake eyes. It'd be delicious. It's a 9.
9 is he blew out his weapon. So he took out his medium laser as you killed him as well.
He be dead.
Tex is 2-0 here. You got 2 kills, 2 for 2.
Way to go, Tex.
They pay me by the kill, so I have to look fabulous.
Well, that's good. We'll take it off in a minute.
I'll kill the other Savannah Master right now.
All right, go for it.
I'm at short range, so I'm going to get a total of 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I find it satisfying.
I'm going to
that-
be on the same thing, 6s.
I find it satisfying that Tex was able to get a critical on it because he hates them so much. That was good. That was good.
So just to work on my modifiers for people watching, I am a base 2. I am at short range, so there's no modifier, but this Phantom Master has a 4 TMM, so I'm going to be on 6s. And I got 1. I actually missed with 1. I got 3 hits.
Well, it's
But
dead.
that still
It's
kills
dead.
him,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that one's toast. Yay, Paul's on the kill count.
There we go.
That's 2 hovercrafts
Text
dead.
2, Paul 1.
2
But
hovercrafts.
he's got a mech on his kill list, so
Yeah, that's true.
that's worth a little more.
I guess this little scout tank could take a shot at this vedette.
You're not shooting?
Oh, I'm going to shoot too, but the scout tank is to shoot
Oh, okay.
too. So this little scout guy can shoot at the vedette.
So you're going to short range. So the Skulker is a 4, I believe, right? I give him a 4 skill.
Yep.
You're at 4. He went for a 1 is 5. You're at short range. You're on 5s.
Boom. One
Boom.
click into the vedette leaning on the right. So that is the 1 piece of armor gone. So I'm doing this strategically so when I shoot it. And then,
I'm going to flip that camera angle onto the shots here.
there we go. So then we got over here. So we shot there.
Yep.
And now over here, we do have the Pegasus. And the Pegasus actually does have a shot on this vedette. Or on this patent. So, 1 second. Ooh. Okay, getting excited here. So, the Pegasus is in medium range, gets 2 dice. Let's see what happens. What do we got?
This is going to be special. Tex is such a good dude. I wish I could have watched it live, but looks like I get to start from the beginning.
Yep. Yeah,
Well, I'm at best a 3 out of 5 guy. I'm an okay dude. I am only good because of the good friends I have. Speaking of my friend Tuck Davion, the guy who tried to send me on vacation last time, that didn't work well because I ended up just giving it all away. He's here in chat, Battlebound, probably a really awesome channel for you guys to watch. He goes around and just shows people the joy of Battletech. Fantastic shit.
Tuck is partnered up with us at Fox as well. Actually, Tuck and I talked for about an hour and a half last night on the phone.
Hey, Tuck.
Fantastic, dude. Glad to see you here, Tuck.
Hey, Tech. Yeah, it's a fabulous map. Thank you. Thank you to Paul for building this map out. And to Thunderhead for all the buildings and stuff. I actually thank you, Gale Force 9, who sent me these. I actually design games for Gale Force 9, so they're in-house friends. It's a big Canadian traffic jam of kindness. But we'll get to that in a second as we continue shooting. Just while you guys were talking about...
One more thing I want to say. Hey, Tuck,
Absolutely.
hit me up on Discord later. I have something for you.
Ooh. Hopefully it's not what you gave the hover tank here.
No. Maybe. No.
So just while you guys were talking, the Pegasus did take a shot at the patent tank and got 1 hit. All right,
That
go
works.
Pegasus. And then
Ontos?
the Ontos is going to shoot now. What's best for the Ontos? Just wipe this off the board or continue to drain that guy?
Get rid of the patent. The patent, or the baton, is the higher threat.
Okay, 5 dice. We are shooting on
He's on 4s.
4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for cover.
Yep. Oh, that looks ugly.
1, 7. No. Oh, crit.
Yeah.
2, 3 hits.
3 hits.
3 hits. 1 is a crit, and the crit is a 4.
4 on a vehicle is fire control.
Sick. It's the patent's fire control is toast. Last to shoot at this point is you or me. So I'm gonna shoot. Want me to just pepper this guy or get that Vidal off the board? Because I mean,
Get rid of the patent. Get rid of the
Patent's
patent.
got 3
Yeah, you can.
armor
You
left.
have enough. Can you do enough damage?
I can do.
You're going to be on
I'm only running
2,
3.
4, 5. So
I can't get through its armor.
can't. Then
No.
kill what you can kill.
The Vedette, I can get through its armor if I score 3 hits.
Hmm?
What do we got? 2, 3, 4.
You got 2
5,
points
6.
of trees.
Sixes. Sixes.
Seven,
What?
seven.
Sevens?
Oh, wait a second. No. 2, 4. What did he move for? A 1 is 5 sevens. Yeah, sevens.
I hit all 3 times.
There you go.
So we're into the hull for crit, and my crit is 10. Wow, these
10
phone
on a
break game
vehicle
days
is
are amazing.
weapon. If you had rolled an 11, you just would have killed the crew, but you let us down.
So what happened to him?
You took out his weapon.
That's good. Well, these phone brain game dice are really good. Okay, let's get.
It's me.
Let's get.
I got to shoot here.
You didn't shoot it yet? Yeah, you
No.
did.
Did I shoot?
Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
killed it.
I'm shooting
It's-
this. I killed the Sven. That's
killed
right.
it.
I did 3
It's
points.
their turn to shoot us now.
Yes, that's true.
So shooting us at 8:01 is the Savannah Master shooting into the rear of me. Please roll.
Okay.
It is targeting me because it can get to the rear, which it satisfies the first condition on the AI card, so it's going to shoot me in the
So
backside.
4. He's got 2 dice. He only has 1 normally to attack.
Yep,
So
so
that's
2.
2. You went for a 1.
Yeah,
So 5s.
5's correct.
I missed with 1.
You got 1
Hey,
hit.
I've been rolling beautifully for the enemy here.
So I take a
Point of damage.
single point of damage, and then that guy is dead.
How about
so
the
we'll
second
take him off
Savannah
the board
Master
now.
here?
So the second Savannah is going to shoot into the Ontos, and it wants to shoot what it can shoot in the rear, which is the Ontos. So far away.
5s again. Hit and hit.
Hit and hit. So it has done 2 damage to the Ontos, which is actually pretty significant because that puts it into threat range for crit, and then that Savannah dies. So good news, Tex. 2 Savannah Masters are dead.
Well, Christmas comes early this year. Mazel tov.
Perfect. Okay, next on the shooting list is the Wolverine, which is shooting.
Yes, the
Text in the
shitting
back.
list. I agree.
So 3 sets of dice. It's rolling skill 3.
So it's got 3, so
4.
4 in total.
Oh,
Because he's
God.
in behind him, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
he
know
just
it has 2, so she's rolling 3
Oh,
sets.
it's only 3? Okay, so there we go. 1,
You roll.
2.
Whatever you roll against Tex, you can
3.
explain to him what happens.
That's okay.
Go for it.
So,
You can
Tex
deal with
being
it.
shot in the back by the Wolverine. He's going to be at base 3. He jumped is 5. Tex went for a 1 is 7s.
Ooh.
2 hits.
2 hits. So Tex takes 2 pieces of armor damage. There you go.
There you go.
And it's fired. Next on the list is the Valkyrie. And the Valkyrie, which is right there.
Has no line of sight on anybody.
What do you mean? It wanted to get into. Yeah, it does. It has sight on you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I tried.
And ironically, it would like to shoot what it can destroy.
Yeah.
So 2 sets of dice on you for 4, 5, 6, 7.
It can't destroy me, but it can hurt me.
7s.
Critical. I'm rolling criticals on myself here. This is not good.
It's a new way to play Battletech. Roll crits on yourself.
Yeah, it's
man.
equal opportunity. You hurt the enemy, you
Fire
hurt
control.
yourself, and it is what it is.
I've taken a fire control hit. I've got 3 health left, and I'm +2 to hit for the rest of the game. That's lovely.
Yeah, we will be adding DFA into the deck of cards. We will be also adding in melee information for Classic because we've been, if you haven't seen any of our previous streams, we actually tried these Alpha Strike decks in Classic, and it was quite cool.
Yeah, we use them against the beta version of the new asset rules that
Yeah.
Catalyst has released for the vehicles because they are very similar in design to Alpha Strike. And other than a few wording changes, they've been bang on.
So L Switchblade, great name by the way, asks, where can I buy these AI cards? You can't currently get them yet because they're in early prototypes. They will be a product in next year's big 40th anniversary extravaganza, but I don't know the details, and anything I say is subject to change due to Catalyst being the license holder of this particular project. So we are just the designers of ACES, and so we have a lot of cool stuff planned. But you can always watch us here Fridays on we call it ACES with Tommy and Paul, and we're going to be just trying new stuff out, trying the decks, trying the iterations. There's going to be a deck for every role. There's a lot. I shouldn't say anymore because I don't know what I'm allowed to talk
Finding
about,
new ways
so-
for Tommy's Highlander to hide.
Yeah, okay.
These are all the things we do on Friday Night Aces.
Yeah, okay. So the patent tank is going to go next. It would like to target the lowest TMM thing that it can potentially destroy, or the shortest distance, which I think is the Ontos.
Who's this shooting?
The patent. It would be
He
shooting
can
the Ontos.
kill me. I only have 3 hit points left. He could see me.
Yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Please roll.
I'm honest to a fault. I'm going to roll against myself. Yeah, okay.
Please roll 2 sets of dice against you for a
Oh,
total
he can't quite kill me.
4,
He can,
5, 6.
He
Hold on.
can maim me. We'll put it
4,
that
5, 6. 6s. You need 6s. Oh, look at that. 2 more
way. I
hits.
have 1 more hit point left.
Another crit?
2 critical.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll,
one
I'll
crit.
roll the crit this time, just to be nice. A 9. Jesus Christ.
No critical, actually. It's nothing.
Okay, good. Woohoo! I did it for you, buddy.
I'm down to 1 internal structure point.
Teenage
okay.
Mutant Ninja.
That's okay.
I keep saying TMM, but it sounds like I'm saying TMN. So it's like we're calling it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the patent tank is fired. It has a Michelangelo effect on you. And the last thing to shoot is the medium vedette right leaning, which is right here. The last one's surviving. And guess what it's shooting?
Me.
What can it destroy? This might be the end for you, Paul.
This could be the end. He's
Oh
going to
my
be.
God.
Well, I got the trees in the way. I'll
Target movement modifiers, TMM?
take- So he's at medium range. So he's at 4, 6, 7, 8s. Miss and miss.
Dude, you're down to 1 hit.
Yep.
You mean you're that close to Valhalla and being a hero?
Yes.
Remember, if you're not a hero, you can always be an example in the manual. Don't do this. Remember, every safety training film starts with that guy who thought he knew what he was doing.
Do not follow Kirita military doctrine.
And that is
No.
it for the firing phase.
There'll be
So-
some guy, and he's like, I wore a flannel shirt around a spinning in lathe mill. And then he raises his lack of digits, and you're like, ah.
You're like, oh, no. Okay, so we'll go for another round or 2 here, and we're
yeah.
almost done. We'll clear all the tokens off, and we get to roll for initiative.
The good thing is that if we only go 1 more turn, I can say I survived the entire game.
No, we're in trouble. All right, I'll roll for the enemies. I rolled a 7.
I didn't roll a 7.
Oh, God. So we go first.
Yes.
So there, luckily for us, though,
We have
there
more
are
mechs.
only 4 of them left. But we still have to get in there and get my...
Yeah, but if you get within one, more with your Savannah or your,
They'll
Savannah
activate
mech,
next
your-
turn?
You'll activate them. Go in there and kill the urban mech.
What?
The Pegasus should be a hero and go and kill the urban mech.
Oh, and get shot up by 1,000 soldiers?
Yeah, there's not 1,000. There's
The whole point is to
it's
get
a
the...
platoon. There's like 56.
So
like
the
90
next,
of them.
the next
You're
scenario
fine.
is to go save the Pegasus?
There's like 80 of them or so of them over there.
So we got to move first. How many are there? 3
that
of us.
Pegasus
plus Rex,
in there?
4, 5, 6. I'm not going to
Go
go
in
in.
there and go in there.
I'm not going in.
Pay the toll here at the booth. Go straight in.
I'm not
The
going
toll is your life. Now pay it.
Yeah. The toll is... Look, we've already got 2 Savannah Masters, so we've already killed
urban mech.
2 hovers. What's that?
An urban mech.
How is there? I've never fought an urban mech before.
I
Oh, I
know.
do want to show these off to everybody, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Check this out. So I picked up some goodies from Gen Con, everyone.
You got this nonsense.
And we are going to do this on stream at some point. We're going to get these all painted up, all these Urbies, and we're going to do the Urby Derby, or as Peter likes to call it, the Walking Urby. It's like the Walking Dead.
Well,
and
I
people
want
will
to paint
be
one like Herbie.
Herbie the Urby.
Yeah.
And so all these Urby, and I also have this Urby Lance right here. This special Urby Lance unit. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but I've got basically 16 plus what you've got painted. We've got like almost 20 herbs, and so we can take these Urbies and
I have a 3D printed urban mech lamb.
I also got this stuff here. I got this proliferation cycle. Let's just zoom out here. The proliferation cycle mechs, which I thought were pretty cool. I picked up Wolf's Dragoon Assault Star, which I think is pretty badass. If I picked up, I just walked over and said, I'll be taking these. And then the Hanson's Rough Riders Battle Lance, which is pretty badass looking. Yeah, so that's that. There we go, guys. And now we'll switch back to the regularly scheduled program. Where were we? So
We are moving first.
we have to move first.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to move the Pegasus over here.
Oh, here. I'm just going to go stand over here.
You're hiding? You come on, really?
Oh,
you hear that, Tex? Paul's hiding.
I'm just going to stand back a little bit, take my partial cover, so I have a +2.
That's all right. And history will just remember you as a coward.
That's okay. That is okay.
I'm sorry, who's Vander now?
Oh yeah, that's where I learned it from. It's starting to rub off on me.
Okay, all right, fine.
No, the reason I'm doing that is because it's like initiative sync move. I'm not going to move forward and do anything, right? So
Yeah, so there's 6. So we have 6, they have 4, so they get to move 1 now. The first thing moving on their side is the patent tank, but it has a fire control hit, so it's not as useful this turn. So, yeah, the Hanson's pack is pretty cool. So the patent tank would like to, thanks to you moving, it would like to target the lowest TMM, highest point value on the board, which I think we determined was Tex.
unless that Ontos is worth a lot, I'm not sure.
The Ontos is worth 31, so
No,
it's going
he's
after
not. So
Tex.
Tex is the highest.
So it is going to move to get cover and try to get toward Tex. So I would say, based on
it could get here into this hex. That's cover. It's got the tree in front of him.
That's true. That's true. Can't go that far. It only moves 8.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't have cover from the Ontos though.
8 is right there, and it does.
All right, put him in there. That's where it goes, and then we get to move. It has 3 left. We have
The tree
2,
there.
3,
He's good.
4, 5. So we move 1. Then we move 2 next turn, and then 2 after that. So maybe we should move the Ontos now.
Yep.
Should it retreat?
Go get the urban mech. Pegasus, go get the urban mech.
Well, then these guys all activate. Don't
That's
they?
okay. They're not coming out.
Okay, what's that Super Mech got? It has 5 armor. I can't kill it.
Get behind it.
Shooting an urban mech is like farting in church. You feel bad when you do it, but it's got to happen.
Yes.
Do it, man. Okay. All right, fine. Pegasus isn't going in. Going E.
Pay the toll.
Check it
and
out.
Get in there.
I've even got this cool setup here. Here, check it out. All right.
It's right in front of the Fox Network building.
Right in front of the Fox Network building, right there. Can I make it there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I can do it.
Get behind them.
Wham!
You pay 2 moving to pay the toll, right?
It's not 2 moving to pay a toll. It's on a road.
Yeah, but that's a tunnel. And that's the toll.
Oh, I paid 2 for that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry.
okay.
But what I do want to know is that these commandos, their range is whatever it is. Okay. Oh, because it's different than when we played Classic. Okay, so it doesn't matter where I am.
Yeah.
But I'm covered from those guys. I'm only going to get 1 set of soldiers shooting at me. Okay. All right, guys. I've done it. The Pegasus is in the building, tangoing with a bunch of military guys. People are like, no, Battlebound.
Are they mechanized or motorized? I can't remember.
Battlebound is like, no, poor herbs. We're taking the herbs.
I can't
down.
remember if they're mechanized or motorized. What are those guys?
For what?
The infantry.
Oh, they are mechanized.
They're mechanized?
What does that mean? All right. So, next on the list is them. They're going to go. So, the next thing is, I guess, would these guys activate now?
No, they'll fire, though. They won't move.
Okay.
They'll fire.
So, the next thing on the list is the Vedette. And it would like to target the lowest hit point, highest point value target that it can get after.
Me.
That's going after you then. But it wants to get line of sight to you if it can, and only
Oh,
you.
it can.
And get cover from all enemies.
Go to here.
It might stay still.
Yeah, you could stay still, too.
It can also go here and still get
That's
you.
what I was pointing at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's where he'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the Vedette. Now they have 2 mechs left. We have to move 2. They move 1, then we move 2, and then they move their last 1. So
Ontos.
I think this is a given right here.
Oh, yeah, he goes there.
So 1. So we'll put the Wheeler Scout tank behind it, and then the Ontos should move. We've got these 2 to move still. That's bad. That's really bad for us.
How much health does that Vedette have left?
Vedette, it is it's got weapons malfunction and it has 2 hull left. So this
So
wheeler could probably
what
get
we
it.
should do with this is this moves 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put it there 6, and force that Wolverine to make a move off of Tex's back, and then he can, or you can put him here, and he can still shoot there in case he moves.
Well, yeah. Well, because I was going to say we just wheel them up this way and get them to come out.
Yeah, but that leaves Tex exposed, right?
Well, Tex has to move still.
Yeah, I know that, but so does the Wolverine, and they have initiative.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, so if you move him back,
Wolverines.
Yeah,
And the Wolverine is the last to go in the turn too, ironically.
I would move him here like this.
Okay.
Actually, he can move back 1.
All right, there he is.
And that way, if he gets out of there, he's still got a shot here. It's partial cover with a tree, but he's still got a shot.
We've moved
He's
2,
protecting himself.
which is nice. And now they get to move 1. We move 2, and then they move 1. So so they're going to move their Valkyrie now. And the Valkyrie would like to target the highest hit point, highest threat enemy, line of sight to target only, based on its thing. So where's the Valkyrie? Hit here?
Yeah.
So he probably wants to get over here.
Yep.
Because highest hit point, highest threat currently.
Can he? Will he jump to activate?
Wait,
jump?
wait. Actually, how many hit points does the hunchback have? Does
Uh,
Tex have?
Oh, he's got 6 left.
See, you shouldn't have told me those numbers because hunchback pilots can't read or remember any number longer. I mean, like hunchback pilots are the equivalent of going out and saying, "I have this many. How many burgers does this get me?" Repeated trauma and injury means that they don't have to think. That's why the 4P is a really good choice for veteran hunchback pilots. They only know it feels hotter now. They don't have to look at ammo counters. No scary numbers involved.
It's getting awfully warm in here. What kind of warm? Warm enough to get the hell out of Dodge. It's going after the Ontos.
I said on the
Is it jumping?
podcast that the sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead, Tex.
Well, I said on the podcast that in the periphery, when all the shit's broken and what have you, your really run down mech pilots and stuff would have like you'd have like a Jiffy Pop welded to the floor of your mech, and when it's done, it's time to leave. That's how you know it's too hot. You're like, I smell popcorn.
Ironically, the actual cockpit on the Hunchback does look like a fully popped popcorn from Jiffy Pop with that grill on the front of it.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have to move our last 2, and then the last thing to move on their side is the Wolverine.
So Tex, currently you have right behind you a Wolverine that has not moved. Directly in front of you at medium range to your left, you have a wounded Vedette tank with our Skulker behind it. To your right, you have our Ontos with a Valkyrie that's just jumped in behind it to take a cheap shot at it. Behind you, to your left, you have me hiding behind a hill, and to your left is Tommy, who's about to move. You have nothing really directly in front of. Directly in front of you, you have a Patton tank behind a tree.
All right, tell you what, George Smith Patton, I call you. Trees? No. Nature is no match for the wrath of man. Fern Gully taught me that, so let's burn this son of a bitch.
Perfect. He's back there so the Wolverine can't get him.
That's right.
Done.
Like so.
Perfect. There you go. So you storm right up beside the tank, which is hidden behind a tree on the camera, and you're going to crush that tank into next week.
And now you're up.
Now I got to move next. I think, for me, I have an 8 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should go take that guy out, or should I be moving forward?
No, that Wolverine's coming from me and my 1 hit point. I already know what's happening.
You think so?
I'm going to kill it.
I hope you do. Would it make sense for me to rush forward and try and get in there to help take out the Irby?
Yeah, I can start moving forward.
So
We've
1,
made
2,
a
3,
pretty
4,
good
5, 6, 7, 8.
punch through the line here.
I'm gonna go right here with my back against the wall there, and I'll try to kill the Vedette, and have a secondary shot off on that Wolverine. The last thing is the Wolverine. Let's read the Wolverine's. Information. Here's what we got for the Wolverine. it would like to get behind the highest threat that has not moved. Well, everyone's moved. So the next category is, if you can move behind the target that has moved, then do so, of the highest threat or any target that it can get behind. So it can get behind the Ontos.
It can jump.
It can jump.
It can jump to here, and technically it's behind Tex if it jumps up there.
Yep.
And it can jump here and be directly behind you.
Yep. But the other thing is, it would like to get cover from the greatest amount of enemies. So if it does jump there, it gets cover from the greatest amount of enemies. So it satisfies that condition. So it will go there. And that's a better move than going after you. It's coming after me. Damn it.
Nice.
My own AI is killing me here. It's
And
bad.
he's normally a 2 TMM, so he's a 3 on the jump.
Okay. Oh my
All right.
God.
Well, let me
Well-
shoot first, cowering from the backside there. I will shoot at the, I guess the, no.
Yeah,
That
we're-
vedette came down the hill to shoot at me.
Yeah, we're in
I'm
the shooting
shooting at
phase now,
him.
right?
I'm shooting at him. We're gonna be at medium range, so I'm at 4 dice. I'm at base 2, 4 for medium range, 2 for my fire
shooting
control.
the
Hit
vedette?
is 6, yeah.
Shoot the Wolverine.
No, he's too hard to hit. He's gonna be way harder because I got a fire control hit. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
So I'm at 2 for my skill, 2 for ranges 4, 2 for my fire control
Just
hit
want kills.
6,
Just want kills.
1 for the trees is 7. Sorry, 2, 4, 6, 7, and then his movement modifier is what? A 1 or a 2?
On the vedette,
Yeah.
2.
2, so 9s. So 4 dice on 9s. I got 1.
Well, that's a crit still because it has 1 hull left at this stage in the game. It's on a 9.
9 on a vehicle is a weapon hit.
That's its second weapon hit. Oh wait,
Yeah.
it's useless.
No, is it to well next?
It already
turn.
has a weapon hit on it though.
Yeah,
This is
that
the
means-
second weapon, but it
oh, yeah.
only has a 1, so
Oh, yeah.
its weapons are gone.
Oh, good.
It's useless now.
I'm just shooting at a cripple.
Well, just for fun, then we'll just get this this little Ontos, or sorry, we'll get this Skulker to shoot it from behind, and we're gonna roll hot at what do we got here? 4. What was the Skulker? 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Dead.
Dead.
It's 2 hits. That's enough
And it
to kill
can't
it.
shoot at anybody, so you might as well just take it off.
Off the board it goes. All right, there's a vedette off the field. See you later, vedette.
All right, Tex, you're up, buddy.
All right.
Shooting away. Here we go.
Shoot all the lasers. Regret later.
Or like in Mechwarrior.
Yeah.
used to love that sound effect.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like you're waiting for the fucking beat to drop.
Dude, when I played Mechwarrior online, I used to take all the lasers just so I could go around and like hotkey them into different things. It'd be like
The last time I played a Battletech video game was when you were in the this is like 1991, 92,
right.
the first game.
Well, how much does he shoot? How much does Tex shoot at? 3?
Oh, Tex is a 2.
No. How many dice does he shoot?
Oh, he's shooting with 5 dice.
5?
Yeah,
At short range?
yeah, he's got all medium lasers.
God, this is gross. All right, here it is.
So
What-
he's going to be on 3s.
Really?
Yeah,
All right. You hear that? Hear that, Tex? These are all your dice.
you're going to roll an
That is
number
the
of 1.
sound of inevitability. Yes, proceed.
Here it comes. 5s? Oh my God,
No,
that's
3s.
3s. 1. I actually rolled snake eyes. How funny is that? Everything hit, but the snake eyes hit.
Dead. It's probably
So
dead.
there's 4 points of solid, piercing, tearful cries going in to this tank, which pierces its armor and puts 1 into its hull. It's got 3 health left.
Want me to
And
roll?
we'll roll a crit for me, please. 4.
Ooh, that might be something. Let's see.
I think 4 is-
Vehicle, fire control.
That is its. Okay, hold on. That is its 3rd fire control. It already has 2 fire control on it.
Yeah, he's on plus.
Anti-M. Anti-M. I'm melting.
It's pretty bad.
You know, I asked the brothers and sisters of the congregation if they would like to see the light, and in unison they screamed no, so I lowered my pit vipers and did it anyway.
Game over. Okay, so that was that. So now I've got my shot. I don't have a shot.
You
I have nothing I can shoot.
can't shoot anything. So
All
you're
right.
done.
The Ontos has a rotation, though. But it could also take out the patent. I think it should take out the patent.
Yeah.
Let's give a shot with the Ontos then. Ontos at medium range is throwing 5 dice. So 1.
Well, let me
two-
roll. I got nothing to roll.
Okay, you
for
roll.
here.
You roll. Yeah.
I'm pretty much out of the game. So you got 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're in the game. We're all together.
Yeah, I know that.
And so it is shooting at 4. Short range, cover 5. Sixes. The patent is
7s for the trees. Yeah.
6s. Yeah.
7s. Trees.
Sevens. You need to basically just do 3 damage to it.
Yeah. 1, 2,
3.
3.
You've killed it. And it has 2 fire control hits on it. So in shooting back, it gets +2 to each hit. So just to roll dice on it, just to figure out what it would be, because it would be shooting back on TEX.
Yeah.
It would be shooting 2 dice or two attacks, but it is a 4, short range, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's rolling on 9s.
I hit him twice.
Oh my god! Well, you can take
Tex, I'm sorry, buddy.
you can take all of Tex's armor off,
Yeah, that took Tex's armor out.
and then it dies.
I don't need
Texas-
armor where I'm going.
And that's it. Oh, there is 1 shot left
Yes,
on our
you,
side.
You won the urban mech.
It is the Pegasus. Okay. Pegasus is rolling in some damage against the Irby. Here we go. Rear behind shot, third attack. We're going with a 3. What's the Irby here? The Irby is it has a TMM of 0.
Who, the urban mech?
Yeah.
It's useless. It's a garbage can.
So I'm rolling on 3s.
It's not a mech. It's a meme.
I'm rolling on 3s. All right. All 3 hits.
There you go.
So the urban mech, I gotta roll a crit for me, please. Stupid urban mech.
I think that's much, if anything. It's a nothing.
7 is nothing.
Nothing.
Well, it's got 2 health left. Yeah, I guess I can take that thing out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It can't fire back. Go to the other guys. We just did the vedette tank. It's over. Now
Patent fired already.
we're gonna shoot the Wolverine now.
Yeah.
Wolverine's going into my backside. Please roll 3 sets of dice. The target for this will be skill 3. It jumped, so 4. My TMM is 5. So is it 5s?
Mhm.
Really?
There's actually a cocked eye in there. I got to roll again. And it was a miss, too. That was the worst part.
Damn it.
I hit you 3 times.
3 times. I take 3 more bits of armor. This is actually pretty good.
Now, if we were playing classic,
We would
these hunchbacks would be like they're just armored pigs for 55-ton or 50-ton max, right? We'd be in
They're-
much better shape.
Don't worry about it. I don't.
So we fired with the last thing to fire is the Valkyrie, and it's going to shoot the Ontos. So could you give me 2 sets because it's not a good short range fighter. 2 sets of dice going at 4,
And one
5.
that's including the rear dice.
Yeah, 6.
Miss and hit.
So 1 hit on the Ontos. It has got 1 armor left. Okay, and that is it for that guy.
All right, so we're at 7:44 here. Tex, how much time do you got left, buddy?
I could probably do another 15 minutes. Then I got to get out of here and handle some business.
Okay. Well,
We want to sit and talk for a little bit because I don't think we'll get through another round in 15 minutes.
yeah. Let's just shoot the shit. So basically,
Yeah.
at this point, I think here's what I think as a battle prediction. I think here's what's going to happen. The Pegasus is going to wipe out the Irby, or at least it's going to get into a bit of a fist fight. with it.
God willing, the Irby wins. Do not give the Pegasus credit, please. My soul will die.
Well, the Irby, I mean, it would be a fight. We could play that part out. We've also got the Valkyrie and the Wolverine, which are the only 2 mechs left tangoing out in the battlefield with us.
So depending, we can do one thing here. Let's roll initiative. That'll help determine the outcome. So I rolled 8 for our side. So we
They
would have
rolled
won
a- they rolled a
initiative. So
5.
we would have been in advantage here. So Now, the Wolverine has not taken any damage yet, correct?
It's taken 1.
Taken 1.
It's the healthiest mech.
So the Valkyrie probably tries to get over here somewhere.
Yep. I can tell you what it
And
would have done. The Valkyrie's movement, what it would have done is it wanted to go after highest hit point, lowest movement value. So it would have tried to go after Tex.
yeah. So it would have come this way. The Ontos comes over. We probably would have eliminated the Valkyrie
So it would
while
have
while we pushed forward. You would have been over here harassing the urban mech, probably destroying it.
So it would have moved, and it would have moved toward Tex, which means it would have come over here. Then we had basically a whole bunch to move. So we could have moved
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying.
Ontos and you, or sorry, the Wheeler and you, and then the Ontos, and then the Wolverine would have gone, and the Wolverine's thing is it wants to target the highest hit point, lowest movement value, which is Tex again.
Yeah.
So they're all going after Tex. And because they're going after Tex, Tex goes last, which means that he can position himself to attack. And we could have flanked and rear-ended. I think with
how many
enough
hit
rolls,
points does this thing have enough left in it?
oh, it's pretty full. It's got 5 health and 4 armor still.
So 9. So no, between 3 hunchbacks firing on it, the Ontos takes out the Valkyrie. Our 3 hunchbacks take out that Wolverine.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the
we're
Wheeler
into
Scout
there,
and
and you've
the-
taken out the urban mech. Yeah, we probably ultimately are gonna win because now you just got to deal with infantry over
Which
here,
is easy.
which is fairly easy.
Yeah, because the 3 hunchbacks kick open the door,
Yeah.
and the infantry looks up and goes, "Oh shit!" and then just gets pasted.
Let's just admit the real winners today are the insurance companies.
So that was a fun little scenario. Thanks for playing with the AI text. You pretty much came out with no armor, but that's okay because
I came out with the scars and
You wanna
victory,
hold those
knowing
up to
that I
the screen
showed
there?
them the
That's
light.
That's our 2 hunchbacks.
oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. I put it right here. So yep, oh, there we go. So these are the 3 hunchbacks. Yeah. So here are the 3 hunchbacks and the results of the hunchback battle. We've got hunchback number 1. Hold on a sec here. There we go. Hunchback number 1 with no armor. Oh my God, with no armor is Tex. There you go. That was his 43-point hunchback 4P. Pretty badass. And then under here with no health left and one wound left in his structure, the 4SP, which was the one that Paul was using. And then finally, my hunchback with 1 armor remaining. Not bad. I did the 5M. So those are the 3.
Tex wins the kill count for the day with 3.
Yep. Tex takes your kill count. Tex, you took out a commando, a Savannah, and you took out the Patton. So
Hey man, they pay me by the kill. I just pull the trigger and face roll the controls.
So Battlebound says he thinks that Aces is going to be a big hit. To be honest, I'm hoping. The AI system to date keeps building hype internally here because we are finding applications literally for everything. Like we're realizing that Aces can be applied to full campaign books. It can be applied to Destiny, their RPG. It can be applied to Classic. It can be applied to a game of armored combat. It can be applied to Alpha Strike. It can literally be added to Sarnav, to any gear, because any role we create a deck for. And here's what's really crazy about this. We can actually swap cards in the decks themselves to customize the decks to behave differently. Like you can throw wild cards in there, like melee cards and stuff.
My idea, which I think, and that Chris the Thunderhead helped come up with this idea too, that I threw by Josh, is you make Lance-specific decks or mech-specific decks that are based on legendary pilots. So you can make a Kai Allard-Leo or a Natasha Kerensky, a Tommy Gofton, whatever you want, and it's kind of a cool concept. They're really good as well. Like when you were talking about Destiny or even A Time of War, the deck is great for controlling your NPCs, non-player characters, both for the party and against the party. So it stops the game master from you breaking the fourth wall and planning against people. And there's the Highlander.
We've rescued him. We've successfully rescued the Highlander.
Yes.
And for those of you who are watching that didn't see the 2 weeks ago's scenario, in a nutshell, my Highlander got smoked off of the gyro.
Engine hit and
Engine
two
hit,
gyros, and
yeah.
then my Phoenix Hawk Lamb, Texas' favorite mech, came in, swooped in, and saved his pilot.
Yep, it was a sad day that I didn't get a chance to. There we go. To light it up a little bit better. There we go. So Snored's a regulars AI deck. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to see you, Peter. Yeah. So luckily for us, there's a lot of application to this game, and we are just scratching the surface of it. And I mean, really, what it comes down to, and this is from a Catalyst perspective, is that we don't know how far Aces will go until the audience tells us. So if the world is like, we want this right effing now, then that's going to be a really good indicator for how far we can push the limits on what we can design Aces for. I suspect that having to be a sort of a newer person into the Battletech world and reading up on the stories and having the fortune of being able to work inside as a contractor to Catalyst and not being Catalyst, but being able to implement some stuff. I can work with a lot of you guys to sort of figure out what's going to be cool, you know,
Yep.
and try to put that into the system so that we can create really cool stuff that the fans also want to see. So, and Aces will allow you to do that. I know the number one feedback we've got is actually from like parents and their kids who are getting into Battletech. We're talking about how they can play together as
Yeah,
like
the
father and
cooperative.
son.
That's what I was about to say when you
Yeah.
were finishing there. The cooperative play with your friends. You know, you playing for years. Battletech's a game kind of like Blood Bowl in a little way, where you have a couple of bad die rolls, and you end up with something ridiculous. That's something you talk about 20 years later.
Oh, yeah.
But you still end up with those feel bads. And when you're playing cooperatively,
The feel bads are fun.
they're fun, right?
Yeah.
They're hilarious because you're doing it to
Oh,
each
yeah.
other, and you're on the same side.
Exactly. And playing games together is why you play goddamn games. It's a lot of games I find lose that aspect of cooperative play. And it's why, like, on my YouTube channel, a lot of people say, why don't you play these games that are PvP a lot? And I'm like, because it's not dynamic. It's not fun. I love the world of improv and yes and
Oh my
being
God,
able to
that's
work around
amazing.
those things. Being able to work around those things is very key. You need to find ways of having a defeat not be the end of the story, but rather the high point of the next one. You know, you guys lost the Highlander. Now we get it back.
Man, I cannot believe you said yes and. That is like the creed of Lynn Vander. That's amazing, Tex. And I agree with you 100. Yes and. I agree with you. Yes, it is going to be called Aces. We named it last year at PAX West. We were out for dinner and we were talking about the AI deck or the concept of this and the preliminary discussion of what could be done. And we were out with Catalyst and we were trying to figure out what to call it. We had a lot of interesting names for it go around, but Aces is what came up because Aces is, you know, solo. It's a solo ace pilot, right? And so that's sort of where we're going with it. And as Peter's saying in the chat right here, Peter, by the way, is also one of the designers for Lynn Vander. He's one of the guys working on Aces, and he's a big Kerensky, big fan of Battletech. And the AI decks work relatively well for Classic 2. You just need to make up all the weapon decisions, which is great. That's right. And we are going to have more complicated decks for Classic because there's a lot more information that can go. Did you get any pushback from this AI?
In this game,
In this game, we did.
a little bit. They stripped basically all our armor off. I had one hit point left. Tex had no armor left, and Tommy only had one armor point left. Yeah, but
and
we took-
the Ontos was down to one armor.
yeah, we took a fair amount of fire.
The only thing that didn't get hit was the Skulker because it was like, and it's useless anyway.
Pegasus.
And the Pegasus. Pegasus came out unscathed.
Pegasus.
Lex is like, I'm never coming on this channel again.
No. It's been a long day. And frequently when people tell me, oh, you know, you should work a half day, I'm like, I do 12 hours at a time. That's half the day.
Right? It's only one way to go, and that's forward.
Anything you want to add, Tex?
Yeah, so we've got your birthday coming up, the 26th. You're going to release the Hunchback video, and
The Hunchback is our greatest one yet. I have watched this develop work. I've directed my ass off. We have so many beautiful people offering their best work into it, and it is just crazy, crazy, crazy over the top. I have, for those of you guys who followed up on the podcast, I have some of my podcast co-hosts from the day job, the Think Tank, to do small cameos, which is pretty funny and fitting in the outro, because they're basically reprising their day jobs. And so that is really, really funny. We have all sorts of fun little pieces in there. We have custom music in there. We have Bruin's animations in there. We have Locust Labs with 3D Blender animations.
Jesus, you are really going to the nines.
The idea is you can do the same damn thing every day. You can eat the same damn lunch every day, or you can try every day to beat up yesterday's man to do a little bit better. And I think the Battletech community is fucking worth it. So we have. This is over the top in every which stupid way we are feebly possible to make. It is a bunch of stupid people doing their best stupid together as a collective stupid. And I think that we can be proud of what we've made. This is going to be one for the record books. If you don't like this episode, you don't like Battletech.
Nice.
That's fantastic. Well, with that, I mean, we'll cross post it here to my sad number, but hardcore group of people who've joined us recently and joined our community, and we will raise our banner to that birthday present that you will be releasing to the world, and hopefully it'll be memorable and badass, which I think it will be. So, and then after that,
I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys love what we do, because we certainly do. We feel incredibly lucky to be able to do this at all. So, Godspeed, everyone.
I'm just sorry that it took me so long to get into Battletech.
It disappeared basically for a long time.
Yeah.
Into the back of the game store, right, for a long, long time. So the Renaissance has brought it back. Last 5 years.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like a whole bunch of people all at once said, it ain't done yet. All over the place, the fan base raised their voice and made this happen. And I'm glad just to be another voice in the choir on this, guys. It's all of us doing it. All of us were like, it's not dead yet. And people go, oh no, but Battletech. No, it's not dead yet. And we all stomped our feet like a bunch of angry 8-year-olds and brought it back. That is the power of positivity and dumb ideas at the same time, and we can be all proud of it. I am just a voice in the choir on this, but we've all brought this back. It is not a mystery. It is our hard work. It is everyone's hard work, faith in one, brought this back.
I did not think that I could get so excited from hearing you talk that I just want to just go and design more shit right now.
Well, then go do it. The day is there's still hours in the day. Sleep is optional. I've proven that.
I know. I can't wait. Well, we'll have to get you back again at some point to hang out and just shoot the shit while Paul and I are rolling dice here in these scenarios. But I know that you've got to get going, so we don't want to push the limit on that one. For everybody watching, there were a lot of people commenting and jumping in and subbing to the channel and all that. Don't forget to head on over to Tex's channel, the Black Pants Legion, and if you haven't subbed there yet, get over there and do it right now. And support the Patreon. Where do we find your Patreon? Is it Patreon/Black?
I think it's BPL Tex. I just put it up quick, but don't worry, we'll get by. Just stand by, because on August 26th, this thing is dropping, and it is going to be a amazing, amazing thing. It is literally 299 days. By the time we get done, it's going to push 305 at least in terms of man-hour work. It is insane what we've done. I stand by it. This is our best one.
Well, thank you for helping announce it here on this channel. And I look forward to many future Battletech-ish collaborations with you, my friend. Nice to meet you. And thank you to Paul.
Tex, thanks for being out here tonight, buddy.
No problem.
Much appreciated.
And thanks for having me. At any rate, I got to go. Take care of yourselves.
Take a look at the final screen there. We've got Tex and the Highlander and everyone's favorite Pegasus on the screen. Sorry.
Have a good night, everybody.
Take care, man.
Night.